Alrighty. Hello everyone. Welcome here or welcome back to the Megan Moose channel. I hope that you guys can hear me because I tried something a little new with our intro. So if you can hear us, feel free to say hi in the chat. But as I said, welcome back here to the Megan Moose channel. Happy Wednesday. If you are new here, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we do a live stream on this channel talking about some type of theme park content, usually geared toward Disney World or Universal Orlando. Now we're branching out into some new theme parks, but I'm excited because tonight we are going to be chatting about some Disney World summer vacation tips. Summer vacation is here. Summer is here, and I cannot hardly believe it. Kids are getting out of school. People are starting to go on their summer vacations. So I'm really excited to start talking about summer tips, summertime at the theme parks, and you may be getting ready to go on your Disney World summer vacation or on your summer vacation soon. So I'd love to hear if you guys are going to Disney World or what you have planned for the summer. But super excited to start talking about some summer vacation tips. And if you are new here and you haven't been in the stream before, feel free to say hi in the chat and let us know what you've been up to. So I hope you guys have been having a great day. And as always, before we hop in the chat, I am going to say hi to everybody that is, before we hop into our topic, I'm going to say hi in our chat. I think I've been twisting my words and stuff. All right. Hey, Doofs, how are you guys doing? Hi there. How are you doing? Israel Livin, nice to meet you. Thanks. I'm doing well today. And thank you so much for hopping in here. I appreciate it. An Obsessed Rangers fan. So you did like the intro. Were you guys able to see it? That's something that I was like, we're going to update that instead of the countdown. So every time we do a live stream, I'm going to do a little intro like that and then share what we're going to be talking about. So hopefully you guys could see it. I know there's usually like an ad before you hop into the stream. So hopefully you guys could see that. So thank you for the feedback on that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Doofs. Carol, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. Hope you guys are having a good evening. Let's see. So pass holders are getting bigger discounts. Is that with the pass holder appreciation days that we're getting higher discounts now, or are we going to get higher discounts for a longer period of time than just that? Let's see. Especially Leslie, nice to meet you. How are you doing? Usually go to Walt Disney World every August, but after last time, I said I was taking 1 year off from Disney. Let's see. Guess who started looking at rooms this afternoon? I love it. And I can totally see that happening. I can totally relate. So let us know where you're thinking of staying at too. I'm excited if you're able to go on another trip. I do like visiting in August too. August and September are like my favorite times to go to Disney World because it's not as busy. The heat usually isn't as hot, isn't as rainy. So that's nice. But I'm excited if you get to go again, Leslie. Doofs, I made it on Canva. So I just made it real quickly. It took me like 10 minutes, I think. Yes, glad you're doing well, Carol. Hey, Candy Mom. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Emily, hi. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Let's see. So Doofs has some info for us. May 31st to June 30th. 30% off on merch, 20% on dining. And Doofs are saying they know, the Doofs and Disney know all the things about Disney World resorts. So let's see. August is the best month because rooms are dirt cheap. So, in the Poly, I would love to stay at the Polynesian sometime. My like dream place to stay on Disney World property is probably like everybody else's, the bungalows. I think it would be so cool to stay there. But the Poly in general is a beautiful resort. So I'd love to stay there one day. That would be awesome. But yeah, thanks everybody for hopping in here tonight. I know that is, I can relate to that. They always do discounts when you're not there. I totally understand and can relate to that. But it's also kind of good that I'm not there because then I'd be more apt to add more things to our knickknack wall. So, trick riding. Hi, welcome. How are you doing? And Deuce are saying that the 30% is good on Shop Disney as well, except for Loungefly and D23 merch. Gotcha. So yeah, interesting. Good to know. So I guess if you aren't going to be at the parks, you could still take advantage of it on Shop Disney. I I saw they were doing a deal today on Wednesdays. They do like a flash sale, like a random sale on things. And today was a plush sale, and they were doing $20 for large plushes. And the Baymax S'mores Munchling was $20. I was so tempted. And now that I know that there's a 30% off, I don't know. After this, I might have to go get Baymax. I've been wanting him. Hey, Janelle, how are you doing? Already at Disney 11 months ago. Wow, it's been 11 months. Oh, Shop Disney told you no. Well, I'll have to try after. Maybe I'll make a little short. I'll have to try afterwards if I can get the 30% off. And then if we get Baymax or not, we'll have to see. So, all right, we'll go ahead and hop into our chat here for a little bit. But if you have any summer tips you like to take advantage of during the summer at Disney World, feel free to put them in the chat. And if you have any questions at any time, feel free to put them in the chat as well. We'd love to answer your questions. And I just enjoy chatting with you guys during these live streams. So thank you guys for being here. Before we get into it too, I wanted to share some channel updates. So last week we were not live. We were traveling to Hersheypark for our very first channel media day. So I was very excited. We were able to go out and we were invited to go to the media day for the opening of their newest ride, Wildcats Revenge. Let me know if you guys have put a little like raised hand if you've heard of Hersheypark before. It's located in Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's about 4 hours east of where we live here. But look, we got a little lanyard, little media access lanyard, which was really fun. And then they gave us hats to remember the day by. So we got little Wildcats Revenge hats, which was fun. So we love Hersheypark too. It's a great park. They have a ton of good coasters. Wildcats Revenge is amazing. If you're thinking of going to a park this summer, I recommend Hersheypark and check out the Wildcats Revenge. It's an awesome ride. But we had a great day. It was really fun. Like I said, that was my first media event. I'm glad I could bring you guys along on it. And we met a lot of other coaster enthusiasts and other theme park vloggers, which was really cool. There were a lot of people there. So that was pretty fun to go and check that out. So I'm very excited. I was excited to share that with you guys, and hopefully we'll have more events in the future that we can bring you along. So thank you, of course, for the support and helping us get to go to our first media event. I really appreciate it. You've heard of it. Now know it more because of you, of course. So that's perfect. I'm glad I can share some Hersheypark love with you guys because it is a really good park. It is very fun. Oh, someone picked up the Reese's Loungefly for you. That's awesome. Oh, and somebody picked that Loungefly was super cute. I did see it and I didn't end up getting it, but it was really, really fun. Yeah, I hope you can visit someday too. Okay, let me take a quick sip here. All right. Okay, Dupes are talking about the discount. Another channel update I wanted to share is we are going to be doing more long form videos now. So if you've watched our channel in the past, you know, I kind of started out doing more long form videos, but I moved more towards shorts because they were easier to edit. I had an older computer that was terrible to edit on, but we got a new computer, we have updated our setup, and we've got more long form videos coming out. So like I did the channel intro today, I added a few new effects to the video that's going to be coming out tomorrow. I would love it if you guys would check it out and let me know what you think of the effects and the video in general, what you think of the style. I'd love some feedback. And also, if you are just meeting us here on the live stream, we do live streams, long form videos, and shorts here on the channel. So thought it would be fun to expose you to some other types of content we create here. So thank you, of course, for the support on the long form videos too. So those will be coming back multiple times a week too. So I'm excited to add those again. And another thing I wanted to share again is we do have a Patreon here for the channel now. So we have 3 tiers that I'm excited about. And I saw that Patreon's now doing a trial run that you can do. So we have 3 different tiers to check out. This is something we're going to be using more this summer, and just another way that you guys have access to me and another way to grow closer together. So for everyone who is already a Patreon member, I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to think about that. I put the link in the pinned in the pin in the chat. Hopefully you guys can see. So feel free to look at it. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know too. Okay, Emily, a good question. Were we able to build a new computer? I did not build the new computer yet. There is a lot that goes into it, and I did some research, and I really want to make sure that I get all of the parts that I need, everything that would kind of be an ideal setup for what I'd be looking for. But my boyfriend Matt helped me figure out or find a very inexpensive, like relatively inexpensive laptop that will do what I need it to do right now, kind of in the meantime. I still want to build a computer. I just want to make sure I'm dedicating enough time and like research to getting all the good parts. So good memory though. So we will eventually be building one. Just maybe not right now, but it might be maybe later on in the summer thing. All right. So we'll go ahead and hop into our actual Disney summer tips. So thank you guys for watching and everything. So my first tip is probably the most important besides our second tip here, but that is to drink lots of water. It gets incredibly warm during the summertime at Disney World. Highly recommend staying up on your hydration throughout the day. I personally like to bring my own water bottle with me. I know people, buy bottles of water, but water can be anywhere from like $3 to $5 a bottle anytime you go to purchase some water. So I always bring a bottle of water with me just to stay up on my hydration and to always have water on me. They do have water refill stations placed throughout the park, so you can, of course, refill your bottle. And anytime you go to a quick service restaurant, you can ask for a free glass of ice water. So I always see these families walking around or leaving a quick service restaurant, and they have these bottles of water that was probably a lot of money to spend on, but you can just go and ask for free glasses of water. And I like doing that, and I like filling my bottle with free glasses of water. Another thing that I always hear is people do not like the taste of Disney World water. What I'd recommend to you is to get some water flavoring, bring water flavoring with you. Recently, I've talked about this a lot. I love using Liquid IV. I like it for the hydration part of it, but they also have really good flavors. So my favorite is the acai berry, and they also have, let's see, I have more. They also have a passion fruit that is really, really good. Well, this one's strawberry lemonade, but they have a bunch of different flavors you can choose from. Maybe try them or maybe get some before your trip. Try and see what your favorite flavor is. This might encourage you to drink more water. Another thing we've been using a lot recently is a circle water bottle. These things are so fun. They have a pod in the top that actually acts as the flavoring. So every time you sip, you get a little burst of flavor, and you can change how much you want the intensity. But this was nice when we went to the parks. It kind of masks the taste of Disney World water, so that can kind of help you out if you are struggling with drinking water at Disney World or looking for ways to make the water more enjoyable. You can get those like Mio drops too. I've seen a lot of people do, but just make sure you're staying up on your hydration, drink lots of water. And another place to get good water is at Starbucks. So you can go, I've heard that their water is filtered, so it tastes a little bit better. And it's also fun just going into Starbucks. So those are my hydration tips. That's probably my most important one. But yeah, always make sure you're staying up on your hydration. You don't want to get dehydrated or heat exhaustion. I always make sure to drink a ton of water. Sarah, hi. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Oh, and you've been enjoying the shorts. Thank you so much for watching them. I appreciate whenever you comment. It makes me smile every time. So thank you. You are going to San Antonio for about 10 days. So it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be hot. Yes, you got to bring some water. That is crazy. It's been really warm here, and we have not had rain in so long. So hopefully we're going to be getting some rain soon. But let's see. Doofs have, even in those quotes, filtered water stations like Cosmic Rays, it's very sulfured flavor. Yeah, I know the Doofs do not love the taste of Disney water, so it's nice having those water flavorings on hand. And Starbucks is nice too because it's filtered. So, and let's see. So Doofs, you testing out my endurance during Tia's Zumba convention in August. I always go without eating or drinking. Okay, you're gonna have to let us know how that goes, Brandon. That will be very interesting to see. But yeah, at least have a bottle of water on you and just drink maybe routinely throughout the day so that way you can keep going. And oh yeah, Sarah, I remember you saying you like bringing the Crystal Light. Tastes really off without flavor. Yeah, so Crystal Light is another good option too. So I really like that one. Let's see. Oh, Dan and Nicole, hello, welcome. How are you guys doing tonight? So you guys are trying to put together an IKEA dresser. I love that. That should be like a vlog in itself because sometimes this can go really well and sometimes they can go not so well. So I'm glad that we can be your entertainment during your dresser buildings. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, non-intentional, just don't think about it. Backpack always has 4 bottles of water attached. So at least you have it on hand. So that is good. All right, let's see. So we'll get into our second one, which is another really important one. So guaranteed whenever you go to Disney World during the summertime, it's either going to be very hot or it's going to be very rainy. Sometimes in between, it's going to be muggy. But highly recommend bringing some rain gear ahead of time with you. My favorite thing to bring, honestly, is just a little travel-sized umbrella. This fits right in my Loungefly. It's nice just to have on hand. I can continue walking around the park if it does decide to rain. People do like bringing rain ponchos as well. You can bring a raincoat, but my favorite thing to bring is just an umbrella or a rain poncho. But if you do decide to do rain ponchos, definitely buy them ahead of time. They are a lot more expensive in the parks. I think I saw somebody's video today. They're $12 a rain poncho, where you can get a pack of like 6 of them on Amazon for $6, or you can go to the dollar store and get them for $1. So make sure you bring those. You guys know I love my Croc wedges. So I love having some waterproof shoes. There's different brands of waterproof shoes I've seen. I haven't personally tried them. On here, my friend Emily, she tried those Vessi shoes. I haven't tried those yet, so those are waterproof. So make sure you're kind of doing some pre-planning as far as that goes. But it will rain, especially in July. It's not uncommon for it to rain at least once during the day. So make sure you have it on hand ahead of time. That will help keep you prepared so you can keep going throughout your day and you can kind of beat out all the people that aren't prepared and are running to the gift shops trying to get rain gear. You can go and maximize your time on rides and all that fun stuff. So make sure you go ahead and bring some rain gear. I saw too, it was pouring this afternoon in Florida. So that's something that I always make sure I have on hand because I have learned the hard way with a couple of things. Learned the hard way not having Band-Aids. I've gotten some blisters before with some bad tennis shoes. I forgot a umbrella the one time and got soaked walking back to my car. And then sunscreen. Forgetting to wear sunscreen is another thing that I have with my like fair skin have really learned the hard way. I've gotten very bad sunburns. So learn the hard way. Don't make my mistakes. So go ahead and bring your rain gear and make sure you have some other gear you need when going to the parks. Yes, Doofs. Bring those water shoes. Sam's Club. Oh, Sam's Club has some very nice, comfortable water shoes for like $25. I'm gonna have to go look at those. Thank you for sharing that. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to go look at those. I appreciate it. Barely rain in Texas in the summer. Don't think I'll need to worry about the rain. So yeah, you might not have to worry about the rain. So that is good. And Doofs, pro tip, bring large Ziploc bags to keep your stuff dry and place your wet items when you're done. That is really good tip, Doofs. I like bringing the Ziplocs too for like leftover food because people always talk about like having leftover food and they don't necessarily have to go containers. So those Ziploc bags can help for a couple of things. So I like that, especially on like the water rides too. It's wicked hot. Yes. Wear swim stuff. Okay. Yeah, that would be perfect. And a hat. Yes, I love wearing a hat too. It is hard sometimes because I love wearing Minnie Mouse ears. I need to make a Minnie Mouse ear hat is what I really need because my scalp burns a lot, but I love wearing the Minnie Mouse ear. So I'll have to make a Minnie Mouse ear hats one of these days. Sarah, going in September and last time, the stroller got soaked. That's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. I keep forgetting about that. If you're going to be bringing a stroller, bring a stroller cover. The amount of times like Sarah here that I have gone out of rides or been waiting in shelter and see strollers just getting poured on has been too much. So make sure that you bring the stroller cover. Yes. we now bring a cover for the stroller. Yes. So make sure that you bring that. I do have in the description bar of the video here, I have my Amazon storefront of all my favorite Disney World essentials. Stroller cover is in there for that reason. So you can go ahead and get one of those if you are bringing a stroller. But yes, thank you for that too, Sarah. That is very helpful. Let's see. Oh, the third one is kind of on kind of talking about some things that are happening at Disney World this summer. So right now we're currently in the Food and Wine Festival. No. Right now we're currently in the Flower Garden Festival in Epcot, but on July 27th, the Food and Wine Festival is going to be kicking off, and I think it goes until November 1st. So it is a longer festival, but I like the Food and Wine Festival. It's kind of a different vibe at Epcot. The Flower and Garden Festival is my favorite. I would say the food and the Festival of the Holidays is probably my second, and then it would go Food and Wine, and then it would go Festival of the Arts. But Food and Wine is very fun. They have a lot of good food. My favorite, even though it's not even that big of a deal, my favorite is the Brazilian cheese bread that they have at the Brazilian booth, or whatever booth that might be. That is very, very good. Highly recommend getting that. So if you're going to Epcot this summer, after July 27th, you can expect to see the Food and Wine Festival. So I'm excited for that. Let me know if you guys are planning on going to the Food and Wine Festival. I'm sure we'll head down there, whether it's during the fall. I'm not sure when our next Disney trip will be, but I saw they released, I think, some merch, some pass holder merch maybe for the festival this year. So that's going to be coming up here pretty quickly too. So I'm eager for that. Let's see. Oh, okay, Sarah. So share with us the hat with ears. So if I just decide to make one, I'll have to go ahead and make a little short about it, because I've been wanting to for a while. So I'll have to check that out, or I'll have to do that. Deuce. Okay. Brazilian cheese bread, also on the secret menu at Skipper Canteen. I did not know that, Deuce. This is another reason I need to go to the Skipper Canteen. I see all of these things about it. I didn't know that it was there. So, well, I guess so, because it's just on the secret menu. So, okay, I'm gonna have to go. Next time we go to Magic Kingdom, I'm gonna make a reservation for there. That is what we're doing. That's enough. I need to go there. I need to try those cheeseburger spring rolls, because we didn't try them last time, and the amount of people that have been commenting on our food shorts saying, where are those cheeseburger spring rolls? Have you tried cheeseburger spring rolls? I need to try those. And then another thing was something at Sleepy Hollow, the Nutella waffle. A lot of people have been asking if I've tried, and I have not tried that yet. So we just need to go to Magic Kingdom again and eat. It was way too hot when we were there this past trip. So I'm going to have to do that, Deuce. Thank you. Hopefully, maybe our trips will align and we can go together and do another food review together like we did at Sebastian's Bistro. Would be cool. Okay. Okay, yeah, maybe September we'll go back down. That will be fun. So the cheese bread, it's in Epcot. It's in between. Last year, it was in between France and Morocco, I think, if I'm remembering right. So I can't remember exactly which booth it was, but that's where it was at, in between there. So if you can, yeah, Sarah, you'll be there for the festival then. So yeah, make sure you go in. They might even have it on the festival passport too, that you could see it. But it's kind of in between France and Morocco, whatever that booth is there. So hopefully it was kind of helpful. Okay, dude, so cheeseburger spring rolls are fine, but way too expensive. Like those tiny egg rolls at a Chinese restaurant. Mom and I stood around the cart and saw people getting them, and I was like, oh, I really want to try them, but it's so hot. I know they're so small. They're expensive for what they are, but everybody keeps talking about these things. So we'll have to see. Next time we're going to have to try them, because a lot of people have been talking about them, but it is kind of the reality of the Disney food price on it for what the portion is. So we'll have to see how it is. All right, let's go on to number 4. Let's see. Oh, okay, yes. So another Disney tip for the summertime is to take advantage of rope drop, or if you're staying on Disney property, take advantage of early entry. My favorite time to go and get some rides done is during rope drop, whenever the parks officially open. We did stay at a hotel, a Disney Disney partner hotel a couple of months ago, and we were able to do early entry. That was a great time to go and get on some really popular rides that will otherwise have very long wait times later on in the day. I know it's hard to get up early. I know you might be on your vacation and you want to sleep in a little bit, but if you want to ride rides at Disney World, especially during the summertime, make sure that you are getting there whenever the park opens. Take advantage of those early hours. And then even later on in the day, if it is super hot, which it most likely will be, feel free to go back to your hotel, take a break, take a nap, and then come back later on for fireworks and kind of the evening in the park. Is a really nice kind of game plan to have when going to Disney World and the Disney parks. But I always like taking advantage of rope drop, getting there at least. Sometimes I'll get there an hour to a half hour before the park opens, just to make sure that I can get through security and also if there's any lines getting into the park actually. So kind of have a game plan going into your park day, figure out what rides you want to ride and take advantage of those during early entry or rope drop. Doofs, thank you. Brazilian cheese bread is at the same booth that is the Israel booth at the other festivals between Morocco and France. Okay, I couldn't remember. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called last year, but that was like the first thing I tried. Last year, I got one of those little Disney gift cards that you put on your wrist, which is a really handy thing to have at the festivals. You don't have to keep getting your credit card in and out. But anyway, I was going around and I tried a snack, a drink, and a entree and a dessert, but I can't remember the dessert. I can't remember what the dessert was, but I also tried the pineapple Hefeweizen beer at Germany. You guys know Mom and I love the grapefruit one, and the pineapple one is just as good. So that's another thing that I recommend. We'll have to do a food video and a food and wine video here coming up since the festival's coming. But thank you, Deuce, for that. I appreciate it. Surfer Girl, hi. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being here. An Obsessed Rangers fan. Going to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, and San Antonio because of a summer road trip. That's awesome. For free. We also get in the park early before it opens. That's awesome. That's perfect. I would love to visit one of the Six Flags locations coming up here. That's what a lot of people that were at the Hersheypark event, they did a lot of Six Flags content, and that was kind of their home parks and places that they visit a lot. So I'd love to get over there and visit sometime. I've never been to any of them before. Booth is just called Brazil. Okay, so if you want the Brazilian cheese bread, go to the Brazil booth is what it's called, I guess. So thank you, Dave. So I appreciate that. Okay, this is how you pronounce the actual dish. Paio de queijo. I know I'm probably butchering that, but that is what it is officially called. So if you see it on the menu, that is what that is. And yeah, again, highly recommend it. Brian, hi, how are you doing? What do you think are the best times of the year to go to the Disney parks? If anybody else has any thoughts, feel free to put them in the chat. My favorite time by far is September. I love going to Disney World the end of August or September for a couple of reasons. Usually because the weather lets up a little bit. It's not as rainy. You do have to worry about hurricane season is the only problem, but it's not as warm as it usually is. It's just kind of more humid than it is hot. But I also love it because the kids are getting back into school and the parks just feel a lot less busy, and they are a lot less busy than they are during the summertime. People are getting their summer vacations done. Kids are going back to school, like I said. So last year when we went, it was insane. We were able to do all 4 parks in September, able to do a lot of rides, which was nice. But I love September. I'd love to hear what anybody else has to say. Usually people were saying, or usually in the past, I think like going into January, into the new year was a good time. But ever since the parks reopened, it's been kind of busy in the beginning of the year. So yeah, so I'd say like mid-August, that's usually when tickets and rooms and all those kinds of things are cheaper. It's cheapest throughout the year. So that's early fall is kind of my favorite part or favorite time to go. So hopefully that was helpful. Oh, and Doof's here, so they've got they have all the inside scoop on the rooms too. So mid-August is the cheapest. and park ticket time of the year. Like my eyes got big when I saw the room rate. Okay, Deuce, you were tempting me with this fall room rate thing. So I need to look at this whenever we get off the stream here. But yeah, Brian, as far as that goes, I recommend September. I love visiting September, and the best day to go to Magic Kingdom in the fall is when they're doing the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party days. If you go during one of those days when there is a party in the evening, usually the park is not as busy during the day because not a lot of people are purchasing day tickets because it's a shortened day and the parks are so dead. It was insane last year whenever we were there and we were like, why is there no one here? And we're like, oh, it's a party day. So, and November is cheaper than December. Yeah, November, I'd have to look at the dates or the prices and stuff again. But yeah, November would be a good time too. Kind of earlier in November, I would say, than closer to Thanksgiving is probably what I would recommend. But that is a good point too, Surfer Girl. December is one of the most expensive times. The summer, around holidays and like peak times. So summer and then Christmas, Thanksgiving. Let's see, an obsession I understand. I feel like early May or mid to late August would be the best time. When we went, when did we even go? Was it August or April that we went? I'm trying to remember whenever Mom and I just got back. It was early May we went, I think. Early May? And it wasn't too bad. The wait times were actually really good. We were able to get on and off a lot of things at Epcot, which was nice. Even Hollywood Studios didn't feel too bad. So I agree with this too, an Obsessed Ranger stan. Oh, Sarah, February. Yes, not a run. You have to check on those Run Disney race weekends because that is for sure another peak time that people are there. This past February that we were there, I planned my trip, forgot to even take my own advice, and didn't even look that it was a Run Disney weekend happening. So, but we still had a good time. But yeah, the weather is cooler too, so that's a good point. Oh yeah, and the reason you try to go in September is because of Boo Bash. I love Halloween at the Disney parks. It is so fun. I love the Halloween or I love Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I've never done the Christmas party before, but I'm excited if you get to go this year. It is such a good event. It's so fun. Hey Kitty Kathy, how are you doing? Came in from outside enjoying the day here in Pittsburgh. Yes, it is beautiful. It's kind of nice and cool right now, but we need some rain is what we need. So glad you're having a good day though, Kitty Kathy. Thanks for being here. We're talking Disney World summer tips if anybody's just hopping in. And since we're halfway, I guess I have 8 tips. So we're over halfway now. If you guys have any tips or any questions about Disney World, feel free to put them in the chat. Another thing that I want to say is tip number 5 I have is to choose to do indoor rides or shows midday. So around anywhere from like noon to 3 o'clock is when it's going to be incredibly hot during your day at Disney World, especially during the summer. So this is a time that I like to take advantage of as much air conditioning, sitting down time as possible. So if you can kind of plan out your day to do all of the outdoor attractions in the morning and in the evening, and then save some time for some indoor rides or indoor shows in the middle of the day, this will help you to avoid your heat exhaustion, kind of preserve your energy for the rest of the day. And of course, you can use this as time to go and get a sit-down meal or to just go and get a quick service meal. I recommend using this as like a break time or just a time to go and kind of relax, but still take advantage of some of the Disney World attractions. So some of my favorite shows, or the thing I like about Disney World shows too, is they usually don't have terribly long wait times, and the theaters are pretty big that they can fit a lot of guests and you don't have to wait usually too long. They're anywhere from like 20 to 30 minutes, which is nice. That's 20 to 30 minutes in air conditioning, sitting down. So highly recommend doing those indoor rides and shows midday at Epcot. There isn't really a show that I want to recommend, but there is a ride. I really like the Living with the Land ride. Usually not a long wait time, and it is fun because you get to, it's like a 15-minute ride and you get to go around and see all of these plants. So that's my favorite thing at Epcot. Hollywood Studios has the Frozen sing-along show. At Animal Kingdom, they have the Festival of the Lion King and the Finding Nemo Big Blue and Beyond show. And then at Magic Kingdom, they have Mickey's PhilharMagic, which I really like Mickey's PhilharMagic, and it usually doesn't have a long wait time. So make sure you do these midday so that way you can kind of preserve your energy and avoid the heat, because all you're going to want to do is just be inside during that time. Yes, we love the Frozen one. The Frozen show is so fun. It is so cute too to see everyone singing to the songs, and the historians are always so funny too, all the jokes they tell. So, yeah, we recommend the Frozen show. It's so cute. Okay, so another thing, if nobody has any other comments, the other thing I will say is to purchase tickets before you visit. So right now, at least at the time of this video stream, whenever you go to Disney World, you do need to have a park reservation paired with your ticket for the park that you want to go to. So if you go to Magic Kingdom on a certain day, you need to have a reservation to be able to get into Magic Kingdom. A lot of times during peak seasons like holidays or like the summertime, it's not uncommon for some of these reservations to completely book up. And you don't want to purchase a ticket and then get to the gate, or get to the gate and try to purchase a ticket and find that there's either no tickets left or no reservations left. That does not make for a happy Disney day. So I recommend purchasing tickets before you visit, so that way you can have them on hand. Of course, you can go on the Disney World website. Recently, I was made known of this site called OrlandoVacation.com. They sell discounted Disney tickets, and we recently became an affiliate for them. So if you want to find some discounted Disney tickets, I left the link in the description bar below. So if you haven't found or haven't purchased your Disney World tickets yet, you can go over there. I did some searching to see like how discounted they are. I saw that they were usually about $10 cheaper than what you can get on Disney World's website. So, I mean, any discount counts whenever you go to Disney World. So definitely go ahead and check that out, and make sure that you get your reservations and your tickets ahead of time. Let's see. Yeah, maybe one day we won't have to talk about the reservations anymore, but we'll just have to see. Fell asleep inside of the Hall of Presidents. Yes, it was so cool in there. And yeah, nice being out of the heat. Yes, the Hall of Presidents, I have not done that in, I think, since before the parks closed. It has been so long. So yeah, but that is a great place to just go and sit down, take a nap, and just enjoy the air conditioning. So I would be right there with you, Kitty Kathy. That is exactly what would happen with me too. So I think it's only been like one time I've done Hall of Presidents, but man, we should have done that whenever we were there earlier this year, because it was so hot and we were needing some indoor time. Yes, Dupes, I know. Get rid of the reservation system. I know. I feel like they're trying to phase it out, but we'll just see. Let's see. In January that buying tickets alone will suffice and we wouldn't have to make reservations at that point. Oh, is that Doofs, if you know about when that's right, when are reservations ending? I feel like I did see something about that, but for the rest of the year you still need them maybe. So maybe, I'm glad you brought this up, Kitty Kathy, because I don't know. I can't remember whenever they're going to get rid of them, but maybe they are. So hopefully, maybe we don't have to talk about this as much anymore. So, but at least for the summertime, make sure you're making your reservations. But Kitty Kathy here, maybe in January, we won't have to have them. Okay, Doofs are saying January 9th. So thank you guys for catching me up to date. See, this is why I like these streams. Yeah, extra fees. Whenever I was looking though, that's what I was looking for. And whenever I went to actually check out, it looked like it was mainly like the taxes or what the extra fees were. So, but very good point, Doofs. And they do have some discounted lodging stays that you can purchase. But I will say, make sure that you look out for the resort fees that can be attached to some of the hotels in Orlando sometimes. But all that to say, I mean, it's another good resource just to look at and check out and see if you can get save some more money on your Disney vacation, which is ultimately what I want to help you to do. Oh yeah, let's see, Doof. So Tia tried using tickets at work for tickets. We realized they were actually more expensive after fees. So that is good to know too, Doofs. I'm gonna go look after this too to see, but I'm pretty certain it was just like taxes is what the extra fees looked like. But always something good to be on the lookout for. Alrighty. Okay, so the seventh tip I have for you, and I have one more tip after this. So if you guys have any other thoughts, comments, or questions, feel free to put them in the chat. My seventh tip for Disney World during the summertime is to take a break day. So as much as I love going at the parks, and I usually will try to continue to do so whenever we're down there, sometimes it's nice if you do have a family or if you're going on a solo trip, it is nice to take a break day every once in a while if you have the time for it when you are at Disney World. The heat can really get to you, and getting up early and getting to bed late can really get to you as well. So it is nice to have a break day in between some of your park days that can kind of help you to take a break, your kids to take a break, and also help you to save some money on park tickets and take advantage of the pools and amenities that some of your resorts might have. So I know everybody might stay at these Disney hotels and they have really nice pools, but a lot of times people don't get to really take advantage of them because they're in the parks, which is kind of a bittersweet thing, I think. But the pools are very fun. Kids love them. The amount of times that I am in the parks and I hear kids say, "Can we go to the pool? I want to go to the pool." It might be nice if you're going with your family to just have a pool day, enjoy the pool. Also, you can do some resort hopping. You can go around and explore the different Disney World resorts. There's a lot of things to see and do there. There's mini golfing, and of course, you can go to Disney Springs. I love visiting Disney Springs. It's a free place to go besides the food and the merch that you might buy. It's a free place to go and just walk around, look at the stores, get a bite to eat. I love Chicken Guy, and one of my favorite stores to go in is probably either the Disney stores. As far as Disney stores go, my favorite is the World of Disney. I know that's pretty cliche, but I love all of the Disney merch they have in there. And then as far as like non-Disney, I love the Vera Bradley store because the Vera Bradley patterns are always very fun. And there's the Disney, I think the Disney style store is where you can get really cute shirts. So I recommend making sure that you take a break day if you want, and kind of take advantage of other things that are on Disney property that you wouldn't normally do during your Disney World vacation. So it's just kind of another thing for you to think about. Oh, Kitty Kathy, thank you for the tip. Bring a fan, either battery operated or handheld or both, and something like a cooling towel, yes, or a washcloth that you can get wet and put on your pulse points. I love that. Yeah, I still don't have a fan to this day. I can't believe it. Of all the essentials that I have, I always tell people to bring fans. I really want to get that little like Mickey fan. Have you guys seen it? It's so cute. It's like a little like, I don't know, it's like an oval shape and it's got little Mickey ears. It's so cute. I did see this one girl, I'll have to find it on Amazon. This one girl had a battery operated fan, or like a rechargeable fan, and it actually worked as a phone charger too. There was like a USB port in it that you could charge your phone with, which was really cool. But also cooling towels. I have not brought any of those personally to the park, but I see a lot of people have them. And yeah, you can just go in the bathroom, kind of wet them down, which is nice. So might have to look at that. I did see too, Amazon has these like cooling patches that they are like adhesive and they can stick to your skin, and they get really cold. So there's a lot of different things that you can bring to the parks. And if you are curious on what I like to bring or what people usually bring as far as essentials goes, we do have some videos here on the channel. In a couple of days, we will have a long form video coming out of our updated summer essentials list. So feel free to check that out too if you're looking for more info. But thank you, Kitty Kathy. Let's see. The Disney affiliate hotels at Disney Springs have some pretty swanky pools. Yes, the pools are always so interesting at Disney World on Disney property too. I love, of course, the Disney World pools, but some of the other hotels, I mean, they're pretty neat pools too, and some are just kind of regular. So kind of depends on where you're at, which is fun. Oh, Deuce, I know. So Earl of Sandwich, I really need to try it. I know, and I think I commented on your post about it, or maybe I didn't. But the thing about eating at Disney Springs, I really want to try this Earl of Sandwich. But the thing is, I love Chicken Guy so much. I'm so nervous of branching out and seeing. I know it's probably good though, because you guys always go. And have you tried Earl of Sandwich yet? Or have you tried Chicken Guy yet? Because that's like my go-to place. I know Earl of Sandwich is yours. So maybe next time maybe I can get like half a sandwich or something just to try it. But I love Chicken Guy. It is my favorite place. but I know I need to try Earl of Sandwich too. Yes, we do love the Columbia store too because they have Disney clothing. Recently, when we've gone down, they haven't had as many cute things as they've had in the past. My mom has this really fun, it's like a long sleeve t-shirt that is kind of reflective. I don't know, like a windbreaker shirt. I don't know how to describe it. It's probably like one of those sunscreen shirts too. And then I have a Mickey raincoat that folds into a little Mickey head. It's so cute. So yeah, we do love the Columbia store too. Yeah, Deuce. So you carry fans on every trip. Long story short, they've never been used. I still have not. Yeah, gotten a fan, and I can't believe it. But they are nice to have if you're going to use them. But I'd love that, Deuce. You've carried them around, but have not used them yet. Oh yeah, Amazon, yeah, has that Mickey fan. It is so cute. I see so many people have it too. I've seen people even like bejewel them, which is really fun. Let's see. You're in San Antonio. I'll be there for 3 to 4 days, but last year at Florida, I was there for 8 days. We took a break day. Yes, did fun things and did what we wanted. I love that. That's perfect. Yeah, love the break days. Even though it is kind of hard to take a break from the parks, your body will thank you in being able to recharge and also see some different things. So I agree with that. Oh my gosh. Yes, you did. I'm literally dying. My mom's probably in the other room watching. Yes, you did eat with us at Chicken Guy. And I don't know how I didn't remember that. So we're going to have to go again together, and we're going to have to eat at Earl of Sandwich next time. So thank you for refreshing my memory. Oh my gosh. All right. My eighth and final tip. I don't think I can overcome that one. Or I don't think I can, come back from that one. But anyway, our eighth tip here is to download the My Disney Experience app. Disney World actually has their own app that is super handy. I talk about this all the time. You can check your wait times. You can make mobile orderings on there. You can make dining reservations. You can access your PhotoPass photos. So there's lots of things that you can do on the My Disney Experience app. I love having it. I already have it on my phone, but I recommend downloading it ahead of time and kind of becoming familiar with the app. So that way you know where everything's at, so you can hit the ground running using it at the park. It has a lot of good features on it to help you throughout your trip. There's a little search bar, and so if you are trying to look for anything, it can kind of bring it up and show you that way. But it also has a directions map part of it. So if you're trying to figure out where to go, it has a directions map to show you how to walk around and to do that. So highly recommend downloading this app. Another good thing is to put a payment method in ahead of time. So that way, if you're doing mobile ordering or if you're trying to book a dining reservation, it's nice having a payment method in ahead of time. The amount of times I've also seen families that are like standing around trying to fumble around with the app and get payment in, it's a lot, and it can be overwhelming, especially if you're trying to get food and you're really hungry, you don't want to get hangry. Have that payment method in ahead of time to kind of make things a little bit easier. Let's see. Okay. Yes, you guys are laughing at me. I love it. Oh, yes. So Mom does not download the app because, yes, I am the one that kind of takes care of all of the Disney things. So I am the tour guide whenever it comes to going to Disney World. I creep on all the wait times for everyone. I get all the virtual queues and make sure that we're all connected together. So that way we can all do things together and they can enjoy their time. But I really actually enjoy that role. So I can't even complain about it. But yeah, I think I like manage Mom's plans. So I am like, I manage everything for her. So it is good. So but if you are the tour guide of the group, make sure that you at least have the app downloaded on your phone. Let's see. And Deuce. Okay. Yes. So you do the same with Tia. I love that. And yes, now I am old enough to drive the rental car too. So now I have assumed the position of the rental car driver. So Mom can really sit back and relax and enjoy the trip, which is fun. So it's also nice because I know the area more, so it's easier to drive around, which is good. But yeah, I do love that. Sarah, good question. Did you like Tron? So I rode, maybe it was early April or late April that we did Tron, and I personally really liked it. I thought it was a really unique ride. Besides Hagrid's, I've not ridden a ride like that, like a ride vehicle like that before. But I thought it was very neat. I would have liked it to be longer. I think that's what a lot of people said. The best part too is kind of the beginning whenever you're outside going through the canopy. I have not done it during the nighttime yet. I would love to do it then because I think it would just be a completely different experience. But I personally really liked it, especially if you can get a virtual queue. I have heard mixed reviews of how long the line actually is once you get past and your time is called. So I can't really say how long the wait time will really be. But I did like Tron. If anybody else has any comments on it, if they've ridden Deuce, I know you guys have ridden. But if anybody else has any thoughts on it, I would recommend riding if you're going to Magic Kingdom. It is a very neat ride. It's the newest ride at Disney World right now. And Guardians is still a ride that I like more than Tron, but I would still recommend doing Tron whenever you go to Magic Kingdom. And make sure you get the virtual queue. Right now you have to get in line for the virtual queue in order to actually ride. So I think you can access it at 7 a.m. and then 1 p.m. again. So yeah, so I recommend checking it out, and you'll have to let me know what you think whenever you ride it, Sarah. All right, so let's see. I think that was all of my tips and everything. So yeah, let me make sure. Okay, yeah. So those are my final thoughts as far as Disney World during the summertime. We're coming into summer now, and summer, of course, is a very popular time to visit Disney World. That might be when you're going or when you're thinking of planning a trip. So I recommend doing some research ahead of time, getting some essentials to make sure you can stay comfortable during your park days and kind of plan out your park days more than ever during the summertime than any other time during the year. Kitty Kathy, we're in Florida parks. We always do the sit-down dinner as much as possible because there's air conditioning, and air conditioning is mankind's greatest invention, in your opinion. Yes, I love that. Yeah. So, and also make sure that you make, especially at Disney World, make sure that you make dining reservations ahead of time before your trip because it can be hard to get a reservation or a spot to eat at some of the restaurants. But I agree with you there, Kitty Kathy. When you can sit down and you can enjoy the AC, that is one of the best things to do. So I do need to try more restaurants in the Disney parks. We've tried a couple of them, but usually we're just so on the go that we haven't gotten the chance to sit down. But now that Deuce have said it, I need to try that Skipper Canteen. I would love to try that next time. So, let's see. Dupes are saying as far as Tron goes, we liked it. It was just really short, which I agree. All of the complaining people all of the complaining people did about it being uncomfortable. We did not experience the issues. Plus, there were a couple trains oh, that's right. Yeah, I have not ridden on the standard like sit down part either. I would like to try that just to see what it's like. But yeah, I didn't have any issues with like the placement or the seating at all. It wasn't uncomfortable for me. But yeah, they do have the regular cars that you can take advantage of too. So you can at least try and see if you can ride if you aren't comfortable with doing like the bike version of it. So thank you, Deuce, for your thoughts on that. Oh yeah, and always try to bring Tylenol in a cooling rag. I always make sure that I have like ibuprofen or something on hand just in case. But yeah, I have not personally tried the cooling towels or the cooling rags. I know a lot of people use them and they have really cute Disney ones, but you can probably get cheaper ones on Amazon before your trip. But I might have to try, maybe next trip I'll have to try like new places I haven't eaten, new essentials that I have not used that I recommend. So I might have to try those, but I'm glad that you bring them, Sarah, and you stay prepared for your trips. Oh yeah, an Obsessed Rangers fan at your hometown park. They have sprinklers. That's an easy way to cool down. I think at Epcot they used to have this little splash zone, and then at Magic Kingdom, like in Adventureland, they have this little like tiki splash zone thing. I don't know if they have one at Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, at least that I can think of, but that is a good way to cool down too. I know Universal also has something in Universal Studios. They have like these misters. So that could be great for kids or just for you if you want to cool down. Disney Springs too has one towards the back of Disney Springs. It's kind of in the shape of a giant, it's kind of in the shape of like a giant Mickey head, which is kind of cool. Hidden Mickey. So yeah, that is something else to take into consideration. I forgot about those. Oh, Janelle, thank you. So they still have the splash area at Epcot. I guess when we were there, maybe they just had it turned off. They could have just had it turned off, but I always see it. We walked over it last time. So yeah, you can do that. Oh, Yes, that's right. The Storyworks Book Circus in Magic Kingdom. I forgot about that. That's right. In the Epcot splash zone will come back up when the construction is complete. Oh, so is there another location then? Another splash location? I don't know that there's, at least that I can think of. I can't think of a Hollywood Studios or a Animal Kingdom one, at least right off. But yeah, so that's another thing. If you have kids, that might be nice, or another way to cool down. They also have some water rides at Animal Kingdom. They have the Kali River Rapids, which I haven't ridden in a while. And they used to have Splash Mountain, but that is going to be come back as Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And I think those are the only water rides, at least I can think right now. Oh, yay. Okay, so it must be back up, probably because of the weather, because it's so warm. So it was up today running near Test Track. So that's perfect. So yeah, it might be something you want to plan around. Maybe bring, I don't know, some water clothes or an extra change of clothes in case they get wet. But yeah, something to think about. All right. Well, so that is our thoughts on Disney summer tips. I hope this was helpful. If you're planning a trip this summer, or if you are planning on going anytime soon to Disney World, feel free to share the stream with a friend that is going to Disney World. Or if you are new here, feel free to come back next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We are always here live on the channel, and I appreciate it if you were here for the first time. Feel free to come back next time, and thanks so much for hanging out with us. Of course, thanks for hanging out. Anybody else that usually watches, I appreciate you guys being here and commenting and supporting all that we do here on the channel, so I appreciate it. Doofs, you just researched it, so thank you. Okay, so no splash pads in Hollywood or Animal Kingdom, so good to know. So maybe Animal Kingdom, we just have the Kali River Rapids, and then you're just going to be hot in Hollywood Studios, I guess. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate it. And we have the long form video coming out tomorrow. I'd love if you guys would share some feedback on it. We did put a little bit more effects in it, and I'm very happy that we have the new laptop now to kind of increase our video production. So thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you guys in the next live or the next video. Thanks guys. We'll see you later.